Your birthday's coming up. Someone asks how you're celebrating, and your answer throws them off. Nothing. It's just another day. And suddenly people look at you differently. Friends think you're being negative. Family assumes you're in a bad mood. Society decides that if there's no cake, no candles, no smiling photos, something must be wrong with you. But what if nothing's wrong? What if not caring about your birthday actually says something fascinating about how your mind works? Psychologists studied this exact behavior, and people who don't care about birthdays aren't all the same. They fall into three very different types. The first group stopped celebrating because they learned to expect nothing. Back in the 1960s, Martin Seligman described learned helplessness. After enough disappointments you can't change, the brain simply stops trying. Not weakness, protection. And birthdays are easy to turn into an emotional experiment. As kids, we expect people to remember, expect to feel special. When that breaks over and over, the brain adjusts. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz showed dopamine responds to the gap between what you expected and what happened. And the drop from an unmet hope is sharp. So the brain learns something simple. It's safer to expect nothing. It's just another day isn't always indifference. Sometimes it's armor, built one letdown at a time. The second group just forgets. Not sad, not avoiding anything, their mind is busy. Psychologists call it time blindness, common in people locked onto work, projects, ideas. The calendar loses its weight, and your birthday gets filed next to that dentist appointment you've pushed back 3 times. The third group is the most interesting. They don't forget, and they're not in pain. They just don't need it. Deci and Ryan, who built self-determination theory, found the happiest people don't lean on external events for their worth. It comes from inside. Not a date, not a party, not 30 people singing at a restaurant. They stepped off what Philip Brickman called the hedonic treadmill, that endless chase for the next special moment. They feel complete on an ordinary Tuesday. But not everyone who avoids their birthday does it from a healthy place. Picture yourself at 8, waiting weeks for the day, and it all feels smaller than you imagined. Someone forgot. Nobody seemed as excited as you. So you quietly lower your expectations, a little more each year. Johns Hopkins researchers call this the anniversary effect. The brain revives the emotions tied to a date years later. That 8-year-old is still in there. So if you genuinely don't care about your birthday, ask yourself honestly, is it freedom or is it fear? Only you know. But the fact that you're even wondering already says a lot. Maybe real self-love doesn't look like a party. Maybe sometimes it looks quieter, accepting that one more day is already enough. If you've ever spent a birthday alone and still felt at peace, you're not broken. Drop a quiet comment below. And if human psychology pulls you in, subscribe. The next video might explain something about you that you haven't discovered.